What is a plasma cell? And if we look at this chart over here, it shows how stem cells are divided into different types of cells. Stem cells are almost like baby cells that are just in the very early stages, and then they're going to be divided and derived until they get to a more specified type of cell with different types of purposes. And now these stem cells could be divided many different ways, but right now we're just focusing on one type of lineage. So the lymphoid lineage, and this could also be divided from here into some other forms as well, but we're going to focus on this chain because this is how we get to the plasma cell, which is what this question is asking about. It's asking about what a plasma cell is, and when we look at the cycle of stem cells on this pathway, we can see that it goes to a lymphoid progenitor cell, to a B lymphocyte, and then to a plasma cell. So we know that plasma cells are derived from B lymphocytes, which actually is a synonym for a B cell, which we could see in option A here, B cell specific for a single antigen. And that actually then would be our answer to this question. But let's review the other choices. So for option B, antigen presenting cells. So those are specific cells in the immune process that involve presenting sort of information or toxins to the body so that we could build an immunity based on having this information gathered, and that's the part of the process of acquired immunity. And that is true for this part here, the B lymphocyte. That is something that the B lymphocyte possesses, the antigen presenting cell. However, once it's derived further into the plasma cell, this characteristic is no longer true. It's no longer a type of antigen presenting cell, and therefore we can eliminate option B because this no longer applies. Option C says specialized T cell, and the T cells are on a different lineage. So how we're here looking at a stem cell being derived down to a lymphoid progenitor cell, B lymphocyte, plasma cell. There are many different pathways that a stem cell could take as it's derived down the process, and T cell is one of them, but right now we're looking at B cell lineage, so we could eliminate option C. This doesn't apply to what we're looking for either. And then option D says immature platelet. Now, platelets relates to a part of the blood which is used for clotting, but it's different than the cells that we're looking at here with plasma cells and lymphocytes. And platelets are a part of a different section, so it's not what we're looking for when we look for plasma cells, so we could eliminate option D. So then option A, the B cell specific for a single antigen, is what would be the correct answer to this question.